Another Monday, another video. Welcome back to What Makeup. If you guys are new, then hi, I am Bon and welcome to my channel. Today's video is on one of the most sought after and the most recommended product that I have when it comes to skincare. If you want to save your skin from anti-aging, if you want to save your skin from wrinkles, from long-term damage, the list is endless. I am talking about sunscreens, and I know I might be sounding like a broken record by now to a lot of people because I keep talking about how sunscreens are so important, but sun damage is real, sun damage is serious, and you don't see the effects and the changes in weeks or months but in years, and by the time you realize that there's something wrong with your skin and you do something about it, it's too late. So in today's video, I have some of the best recommendations when it comes to sunscreens that are 100% brown girl friendly, do not leave a white cast, and are extremely affordable when it comes to the price range. And if you guys want to know what those sunscreens are, then let's get started. My first sunscreen recommendation comes from an oldie but a goodie brand, and this is kind of like a brand that we might have even grown up having in our usage in our family. I'm talking about the LactoCalamine Daily Sunshield Sunscreen, which is of an SPF of 50. You guys, first of all, who doesn't know about LactoCalamine? I, till today's date, still have a bottle of LactoCalamine always with me, whether it's in my vanity at home or if I'm traveling, because it's literally the best bet your skin can get when your skin is feeling problematic, aggravated, if you've had an allergic reaction, or if you've used a product that hasn't worked out well on your skin and you just need to calm it down and just tone it down. LactoCalamine is the best option. And I didn't know for the longest time that they even do sunscreens, and when I found out that they do one, I had to get my hands on it. This sunscreen is absolutely beautiful. It's got the typical smell, which is the LactoCalamine smell. I don't know if I can probably explain it in words, but if you have used LactoCalamine in general, you know what I'm talking about. It has a very similar consistency, but the best part is that it's completely absorbent on the skin, does not leave a white cast, and is not greasy and oily at all. It has a very nice texture. If you are someone who's looking out for a sunscreen that is going to sit well on your skin and not cause any kind of irritation and instead calm your skin, because this has kaolin clay in it and it really soothes it down, and especially if you experience your skin getting very red when you have long-term sun exposure, this is a beautiful option and a must try. And I really give it hats off to LactoCalamine for coming up with this product. The next sunscreen that I have for you is from one of my most trusted and loved skincare brands, and I'm talking about the Nivea Sun Protect and Moisturizing Lotion. That is an SPF of 30. They even do an SPF of 50 in this, but I haven't used that one, but they are probably the same. It's just in terms of the sun protection factor that they're giving, which is different. But this sunscreen, oh my god, if you guys know about Nivea and Nivea products, and if you've used them, they really know how to nail the fragrance and the smell of their products. And this sunscreen, I just sometimes apply it even for the fact that regardless of stepping out or if I'm indoors or whatsoever, it's just nice to apply on the skin. It has such a nice creamy and a very beautiful moisturizing texture. Again, doesn't leave a white cast, so that's plus point on that. And it's great to wear on days when especially I'm wearing something that's a lot of skin showy. I have something that is a lot more bearing. I have not a lot of clothing all over me if I'm wearing shorts or something sleeveless, or especially also for days, well, not right now, but if you're going for swimming, because this is water resistant, or if you are cycling or working out, anything that you're doing outdoors, this is a great option that you must try. I haven't tried all the ranges of body products, but whatever I have, and including the sunscreen, I absolutely love them. And if you haven't tried anything from the Nivea sunscreen range, you guys have to really check it out. The next sunscreen that I have for you is actually a new one that I have added to my collection and addition, and it's from also a new brand that I recently tried out. I'm talking about the Dermacol Ultra Matte Sunscreen Gel, which is of an SPF of 60 and a AAA+. I have been seeing the ads of the brand Dermacol like left, right, and center on social media. I think on Facebook, on Instagram, and I was like, what is the whole deal about this? And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I recently ordered this sunscreen and their vitamin C serum, the one which I will talk in a separate video. But about the sunscreen, it says that it's like a gel-like formula, but actually it's kind of a moussey texture, and I've had a very mixed feelings kind of a situation when it comes to the sunscreen. Firstly, I'm not really fond of the enclosure because this thing just takes more time versus any other sunscreen that I've talked about, like one which just opens up with a pop-up cap. It's a lot faster and quicker to use on a regular basis, but I mean, I know that's not a big deal, but personally, when you're trying to use something and just open it and close it back, it's just more time consuming. But apart from that, the one thing that I really liked a lot when it comes to this sunscreen is that because of this moussey texture, it's not like a gel formula, and you can see it's a very moussey, like a creamy formula. But at the same time, once I've applied it on my face, it's almost like you forget that you've applied sunscreen. It's so lightweight. I think it's one of the most super lightweight sunscreens out of all of the sunscreens that I'm going to talk about today, and it's so absorbent on the skin that you don't even realize that you have something on your face. But at the same point in time, this sunscreen is formulated with dimethicone. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of what a dimethicone texture feels like. If you have used any of the pore filling or blurring primers, for example, the one from Smashbox, their pore filler primer, or if you use the one from Benefit, the pore freshener, you guys know that it has this texture which is kind of like it creates like a canvas over your face, which is actually nice for times when you want to wear your makeup. So that's a great plus point for people who probably want to use this sunscreen as a last step before they start their makeup, because this doubles up as a primer in a way. But I personally do not like my sunscreens to have such textures. I just am just weird in that way, that I like my sunscreens to be the moisturizing and the typical sunscreen kind of formulation. So that was kind of a mixed bag for me. But all in all, I think it's a really nice sunscreen. It's good in terms of protection whenever I have worn it, and even for times when I have probably worn it before I've started doing my makeup, I have enjoyed wearing this. So do give this a try if you want to look out for a new sunscreen, and from the brand Dermacol. My next sunscreens are from a recent skincare brand that I recently talked about in one of my previous videos. If you guys haven't watched it, I'm going to link it over here. I'm talking about the sunscreens from Plum Goodness. Now, you guys know I recently talked about their skincare range from the green tea line, which is great for people who have oily and acne prone skin, and this is a sunscreen that I talked about in that video as well. This is their Daylight Sunscreen Gel with an SPF of 35. It is a very nice, lightweight, very nice smelling and hydrating sunscreen for people with oily and acne prone skin, but it's not greasy whatsoever, and again doesn't leave a white cast. It does have a very nice gel like formula, but if you are someone like me who has a dry to combination skin type, you will probably need to use a very heavy duty moisturizer before you apply the sunscreen, because I think after about 2 to 3 minutes it does start to dry out really nice, and it's probably good for people with oily skin, but we guys will need some more hydration and dewiness before we finish up with this one. Along with this, I have another option from Plum. This is their Grapeseed Focus. Oh, there we go. Grapeseed and sea Buckthorn light daylight sunscreen cream. This is not a gel formula, this is a proper creamy formula, but again I really like it for days when I'm just applying my skincare in a hurry and I don't really have the time for moisturizer. So for days when I just need my basic moisturizer to work as a sunscreen, this is a great option. All the products that Plum have in their skincare range have a really nice smell, and none of the smell or fragrance is overpowering. I know there are a lot of people who do not enjoy fragrance in their skincare, but you guys need to try out these products. Irrespective of what the fragrance is like, it is not very overpowering to the nostrils, and definitely try them out, because they are doing some really good kick-ass products out there. I know I'm still going on with my sunscreens, but if you've stuck till so far, please bear with me because I do have some really good 2 more options to share, and you guys are going to thank me for this later. So let's get into the next sunscreen. The next sunscreen that I have for you is actually kind of an underdog, I would say, because I don't see a lot of people actually talking about it. I'm talking about the Biotique Bio Sandalwood sunscreen, which has an SPF of 50, and I don't know why or for what reason Biotique is not a very talked about brand when it comes to skincare and makeup videos. I personally haven't seen a lot, but this sunscreen is such a nice find. Firstly, to clarify all you guys out there, I am generally a little more biased in terms of having sandalwood in my skincare. I don't know, is probably something weird, but I just am someone who believes that if there's sandalwood in any product, when it's skincare, moisturizers or a face wash or a mask, I just feel that it's just going to give me the maximum amount of nourishment and really make my skin feel like refreshed and rejuvenated. So when I saw this sunscreen having sandalwood, I grabbed it at that point. But apart from that, I think if you are looking out for sunscreens that have a kind of an organic or herbal blend and Ayurvedic in nature, if you are someone who's into such kind of products and not into chemical sunscreens in that form, and also something that's very soothing, very pleasant to wear on the skin, it does have a really nice hydrating and moisturizing factor, but not something that's going to make you look like a greasy oil pit, but gets absorbed in your skin and gives you a nice glow. I think you guys have to try out this sunscreen from Biotique. And my final sunscreen recommendation comes from a brand that I haven't probably used in the longest time. I kind of gave up on the brand because I just never found anything worthwhile for my skin, or in general I just didn't feel like anything was worth for my use. But when I saw this sunscreen from Pond's, and I actually spotted this at my local cosmetic store, and I was just like looking at what's there, what's kept on the shelves, and this caught my eye, and I was like, what, it's got Pond's, like Pond's sunscreen, and I just bought it out on a whim. But what a nice find. I have loved wearing this. You guys can see how much I've used up. I'm still squeezing out the ends. I'm using this so judiciously because this is by far one of the best and the most pleasantly surprising sunscreens that I found from Pond's, which does not leave a white cast. The consistency again is very much like a hybrid of a moussey texture and very creamy. I love wearing this sunscreen below my makeup, especially on days when I don't want, like I'm not wearing any primers or a very moisturizing lotion or anything on my face, and I have a matte foundation that I want to wear. I in fact double up on using this sunscreen as a last step to my skincare, and I follow up with my makeup. And boy oh boy, this sunscreen is such a nice find. It has a wonderful, nice Pondsy smell, if you guys can relate. And I'm so glad to have Pond's back in my life, and hats off to you guys for coming up with this wonderful sunscreen. They even do a skin fit version of this, which is an SPF of 50 for people who are into fitness and workouts, and especially for outdoors, which I haven't tried, but I'm sure that's great as well. But if you guys want a good sunscreen, that is something that I love the most, and I will probably recommend out of, actually I love all of them, but I am a little biased towards this one because this has been such a nice find. Do give this one a try, and Pond's, slow claps on this one. And just when I was about to end my video, the sun is coming out. I mean, look at the timing. But anyway, those were my best and current favorites when it comes to sunscreens, and some of the really good options out there in the market that you guys must try. I in fact have been using this one from Neutrogena. This is obviously again a cult favorite, and I have used this sunscreen for years. I think even you guys might have. This has been an OG for a lot of people. But if you guys are like me, and if you know me, have the same tendency, we guys do get bored of using the same moisturizers, the same products, on a regular basis. And there are just times that you want to switch things up. And hence, here is this video for you. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, thumbs it up. If you guys have any questions, comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also ring the notifications bell because you don't want to miss my Monday uploads. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.